Continuous 20 is our workout for today. Today's Continuous 20 is going to have some new exercises. So I'm going to show you those exercises I have up and we're going to get right into the workout. As always with Continuous 20 workouts, we've got 5 exercises. We work for 40 seconds, we rest for 20. We go through all 5 of the exercises for 4 rounds. That's 20 minutes. For today's workout, you will need a pair of dumbbells. I'm going to run down the new exercises I have today and we're going to get right into today's workout. So for your first exercise, we are doing some squats. We're doing B stance squats. That means we are focusing on one leg at a time. So the first and second exercise will be the same. So you're going to take your weights, you're going to hold them in a neutral position. You're going to take one leg behind you, and that toe is going to just be in the ground, somewhat in line with the heel or just behind it. And I'm going to take the weights in front of me, focusing on this front leg. Your front leg's doing all the work. This kickstand, this back leg just acts like a kickstand to help with support. From here, I'm just going to squat down like I would normally. Squatting down, the weights come to either side of my foot. And as I come up, I'm going to add in a bicep curl. So when I come up, I'm going to do a bicep curl, taking my palms towards my chest, and then lowering the weights down into that neutral grip position and repeating the movement. So squat to curl, and making sure that your elbows are at your sides so they're not swinging up when you are performing that bicep curl, okay? So again, B stance. Setting up like this, all the work is in this front leg. Drop down, press up through this front leg. That back toe is just barely in the ground, just there for support, okay? So your second exercise is going to be the same, you're just now working the other side. We are going to switch up how we're doing the bicep curl. So for the first bicep curl, we are going from neutral to palms facing your shoulders. For the bicep curl for your second exercise, we're going to do hammer curls. So for the hammer curls, I'm going to be coming down into the squat, and when I come up, taking the head of the dumbbell to my shoulders, my palms stay in a neutral position. So that is exercise 1 and 2. Third exercise, we're going to be doing a close grip row to a high swing. So after all those bicep curls, the row can be difficult just because when we are working back, doing a row, we get indirect work from the bicep, okay? So for this exercise, I'm taking both weights. I'm going to stand with my feet wide, maybe a little bit wider than shoulder grip. I'm going to place the weights together. For the close grip, I'm going to come down to where my arms are extended. I'm going to come into a low squat position, bent over row position, but I'm going to draw the weights to my belly button, drawing elbows straight back. We all know that back works about elbows and ankles. I say that all the time. And then you're going to take your arms straight down, and from here, a high swing. So weights come all the way up and then back down to that low bent over row position. Draw to your belly button, back down, and high swing. That's your third exercise. For fourth exercise, we're going to be doing a hollow hold chest press. We're doing an alternating knee in. So taking both weights, coming down into my hollow hold position, and from here, knee ins. So as I extend, I want to have a nice straight leg as I extend. I want to keep my low back pressed to the ground. And I want my shoulders lifted. And I want my gaze looking either at my toes or at the dumbbell. So I don't want my head hanging back for this, okay? So that's working chest, front shoulders, and the deep abs. And then from there, you can set one weight to the side. We're doing a Russian twist, but we are adding in a toe reach. So starting in with the bent legs position, I'm going to twist to the side. As I come up, I'm going to reach up to the toe. Back down, reach up to the toe. So opposite leg from the opposite side you're twisting to is where you're going to. Back down. Trying to get a nice straight leg, but your modification can be to bend the leg as you lift it, okay? And those are our 5 relatively new exercises, okay? Finding ways to progress and keep our continuous 20 workouts fresh, fun and effective. All right, we're going to get started. 20 minutes is all you need, and a pair of dumbbells. Go ahead and get those things together, and let's get into today's workout. Starting with a B stance squat and curl. My recommendation, since we are working unilaterally, is to start with your weaker side, if you know what that is. All right, and this continuous 20 is going to begin in under 10 seconds. B stance squat, and we're doing the bicep curl with our palms facing to our shoulders. So down and up. So put all the work in that front leg. Should just have a toe in the ground on the back, just there for support. You can do single leg, that's kind of what we're replicating, but we need that leg in the back so we can get down in a nice good range of motion. No swinging on the bicep curls. Keep your elbows close in at your side, nice and concentrated, and also being aware of your wrist position as you go through that curl, so we don't want the wrists to bend back as we curl. We are doing that same B stance just on the other side, and we're switching up our grip for the bicep curls, so now we're going into hammer curls. All right, go ahead and pick up your weights, and taking the weights down, and hammer curls, so keeping a neutral grip. Head of the dumbbell comes up to our front shoulders. Really getting that good connection with the working side, the working leg. Not leaning back into that back leg. It's just there to stabilize so we can get that unilateral work in. Try and get a good range of motion, so taking those dumbbells down almost to the floor. Press the floor to come up as if you're pressing the floor away from you. You should feel that connection, that flex and squeeze in the glute. All right, whew. On to close grip rows with a high swing. For this one, we're starting with our feet a little bit wider than shoulder width. We're gonna have straight arms, row to the belly button, back down, high swing. So start here, bring it in, and up. For the row, I like to squeeze the weights together as I draw elbows back. You need to be in that bent over position. So you need to bend almost as you're coming down into a sumo squat. Torso's forward. Chest is forward. Nice control on that swing. On the way up and on the way down. Bring the weights to your belly button. Press them together. Draw elbows back behind you. Woo. Nice and focused. Good form for all these exercises today. We're going down to the ground for our chest press with our alternating knee ends in that hollow hold position. And in. So with my arms, instead of having them straight out to the side, I like to have just a slight 45-degree angle. Make sure you're breathing. Draw that low back into the ground. So really press the low back in the ground. Now feel how you kind of connect it a little bit more versus just kind of here. Press into the ground, lift shoulder blades, and be aware of where your gaze is. And maybe perform these knee ends with some good intention. Breathing as you press, nice strong exhalation. All right, Russian twist. So we're adding in that straight leg toe reach. If you can't do straight legs, bent leg is your modification. Right, here we go. Take the weight all the way to the side and up. Twist. Head of the dumbbell comes all the way back. Elbow should come back behind the body and lift. Reach. Arms are tired. Okay, feeling the biceps. Almost done with round one. Woo. 10 more seconds here. And this exercise started out easy, right? Feeling it in those arms after all the work we've done leading up to this exercise. All right. Woo. That's one round. Now you have 3 more to go. Back to the top. B stance. Working our biceps. We don't often do concentrated bicep work. We get a lot of indirect work. Okay, here we go. Down, curl. So weights are coming to my front shoulders. Good range of motion here. Straight arms, bring those weights all the way down to the ground where they almost touch. Then press through that front foot to come up. You can take that foot off the ground in the back and test your balance and stability. Okay? We don't want to be putting the focus in that back leg. So it's just a slight toe in the ground. Nice concentrated curl. As you come up, and set them down. All right, other side. Hammer curl this time. So we're keeping that neutral grip, bringing the heads of the dumbbells to our shoulders. Woo, just working around the head of our bicep. All right, pick up the weights and drop it down and hammer curl. Try to get that good range of motion all the way down. Get the glutes below the knee. You can see my knee tracks forward. That's fine. You want to be going like this. Okay. Sink down into that squat. So we're going straight up and down. You can elevate your front foot. That can help you with some form and your ability to get down in a good range of motion, okay? All right, onward to our close grip row. Elbows and ankles here, drawing elbows back, weights to belly button, and then straight up overhead. Nice wide stance. Weights are straight. Bring it in and all the way up. Nice high swing. So you don't want to overextend at the top. Come up, tuck those hips. Nice and tall. So not just going through the motions, but really focusing on that row. Think of pressing the dumbbells together as you squeeze. 3, 2, 1. Set it down into our hollow hold. So for this hollow hold, I really want you to think of actively pressing your low back into the ground. See what happens when you do that. Lots of engagement in the core area, and you'll find that you kind of make that banana boat shape. Bring it in, press, exhale. You can do flex foot, pointed toe. Just send that energy out through the soles of your feet. And press those dumbbells up to the ceiling and press the low back into the ground. Back to your arms. Do not touch the ground. Keep your head lifted. Gaze at the dumbbells or tops of your feet for 3, 2, 1, and whew. Set one dumbbell down. Been working the arms hard. With that chest press, you get a little tricep work too. Indirect there. Here we have like almost like a front raise. So now we get some of the shoulder work in. All right. Take a deep breath and let's twist and reach. Twist, reach. Nice extension. All the way in the twist. Feeling your obliques. Try to get the head of the dumbbell all the way over here. and up. As you reach, let's not cave in. Okay, so keep the chin lifted. Nice and proud. So we don't want to, all right, come on, up. Woo. Halfway. 2 more rounds. Maybe these exercises are hitting a little different today because they are new to you. We're switching up how we've done some of these exercises in the past. All right, here we go. B stance. Take it down and neutral, supinate. Find that balance as you come down. Press to the floor, squeeze and flex that glute. Press through that front leg. Come on. Don't use that back leg. Just there for support. Just the toe in the ground. Up. Just the toe. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. We're going to do the other side. So just a toe. If you're here, you're going to press in. Try to do a toe. Okay? Challenge. Whew. All right, pick up the weights. Hammer curls this time. Other side. And drop it down. And curl. Nice and concentrated. On the way up and on the way down. So we're not swinging through this. And camel curls are my favorite bicep exercise. All the way down. Come on, get all the way down if you can. That glute below your knee. Press to the ground to come up. And rest. Starting to get a little wobbly there, right? Usually I turn around and look at the clock. I needed to focus there. All right. Close grip rows to our high swing. Woo. Catch my breath here. All right. Pick up the weights. Good wide stance. Arms are straight. Bend over. Bring it in. Out and swing up. Lock it in, squeeze, something between your armpits, draw back, squeeze, and up. Control on the way down. 15 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down. We can come to the ground for our hollow holds. All right. When you're doing the knee in, keep it nice and strict. Okay? You don't want to lose tension and just kind of be rotating. It's easy to kind of rotate, but nice and strict. Pressing low back into the ground, belly button down. Strong press. As if you're pressing something away from you or kicking something. Low back into the ground. Final 10's coming up. 10 seconds to go. Stay lifted. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set a weight to the side. Russian twist. Shake out those arms. Woo! This Russian twist might be the hardest one, especially for arms. All right, here we go. Twist, reach. Really try to extend without crunching in. Okay, so lift. Straight leg if you can. Feel like you can bend it. You can do that. Don't forget about the twist. Okay? Don't just focus on the reach and not go all the way to the side. Let's not cheat ourselves. All the way in, up. 10 seconds. Woo. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo. Arms are going to be jello. All right, we have one final round today. We're not doing a lot of cardio here. We're really focusing, getting that mind-muscle connection in with these exercises. Here we go. V-stand squat and supinate, neutral to supinate. Down and up, toe in the ground. Focus, balance. Balance. If you took that leg off the ground behind you, all that focus in that front leg. Woo! Try and get those weights down to the ground. Control the curl on the way up and the way down. Watch your wrist position. Keep it in line. And set it down. Next one, hammer curls. Hammer curls is a lot easier to focus on good wrist position because we're not going from that supinated position where the wrist wants to bend back. Keep it in line, okay? All right, 3 seconds, pick up your weights and down all the way. Hammer curl. Keep your elbows in at your sides so you're not swinging like this, right? Lock it in, elbows. Just a slight touch with that back toe. It's not pressed up, foot in the back into the ground too much. Just slightly, just there. For a kickstand so you don't fall over. You know, keep your balance. Press to the ground. Press through all 3 points on the bottom of your foot, heels and toes. And breathe. Down and up. And set them down. For our next exercise. 3 more to go. Close grip row. Feeling like you're dragging your forearms across your thighs. And we're in that position almost in the squat. Bend over. Okay. Here we go. To the belly button. Press those weights together. Down and up. High swing. Control here on the way down. Takes a little more power for this one right here. And working those stabilizers as you take the weights overhead. Because you don't want the weights to go back behind you. You don't want to lose your balance. Locking in, hips. Tuck your hips. Woo. 3, 2, 1. Woo. All right. Hollow holds. Chest press. Doing great. 2 more exercises to do. As always, we save the best for last. Work on some core, some abs, and here we go with our hollow hold, chest press. Alternate those knees. Up, in, out, up, press. Press the low back in the ground. Press the weights up. Knees in. Lift those shoulder blades off the ground a little bit more. Feel your core and your abs activate. Feel that belly button go a little bit down more. Low back press into ground. Lift. 10 more seconds. Keep those wrists in line. We're not letting the weights draw our wrists back either. Punch the ceiling. Woo. One more exercise. Power through. Feel how I feel so warm. That blood flow in my arms today. Okay. Russian twist with our toe reach. Final thing today. Here we go. All the way to the side. Lift. Come on. All the way to the side. All the way. Get that head of the dumbbell back behind you. Elbows back behind you. And up. Slight lean back. And lift. Keep the chin lifted so you're not caving in at the top. Breathe. You're halfway 20 more seconds. Come on, lift, reach, twist, breathe. Woo, final 10's coming up, I promise. Right here, you got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, come on, 2, one last one, woo. Drop that weight, let's get to standing. Head's the last lift, and those arms are heavy, but bring them up over your head, and let's breathe deeply in and out for the final 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let those arms hang. So we don't often directly work arms in these continuous 20s. Like I said, we got a lot of indirect work, but we were due for some arm work. So I hope you enjoyed this workout today with some new to you exercises or just different ways to combine exercises together to keep things fresh and fun and new. All right, I hope you liked that one, and I will see you for our next continuous 20.